Science communicator and journalist, and today he's going to talk about adaptation, his project about how he's living with the impact of climate change. So how humans are adapting to the effects of climate change. So please welcome Merola.
Thank you. So, it's always very challenging to be the first speaker after lunch, but it's okay. We'll work it out. Okay, so yeah, I'm a journalist, a science journalist, and a communicator. I'm also a contributor of National Geographic, as well as of many other international magazines. And for this reason, I had a chance to extensively travel throughout the world. Like in this picture, here I am in a forest in Guatemala. So I saw the world changing a lot and very fast. My commitment was to try to know more about this and try to tell a new story in terms of journalism on this topic. I saw that most part of changings were directly connected with the climate. So that's why my commitment was, yes, I want to talk about climate. I want to produce some journalistic reports on this topic. But I'd like to do that in a quite innovative way. But the way they've chosen for talking about climate was a very particular way. They used irony and sarcasm. That's a possibility, that's an option. But it was not really my option. By the way, a sketch like this inspired me a lot. Because if you see it, it is a climate change timeline. So, we experienced a period in which the people on this planet said climate change isn't real. We don't want to cope with that because it's not really an issue. After, and I think we are in this period right now, you know, in the digital ecosystem, on socials, on the newspapers, on TV programs, we are facing a lot of fake news every day, on a daily basis. It's very hard for us to communicate the right things to the people, to try to tell the truth that would be a science-based truth, not our truth, because we are journalists. Very hard problem right now, because unfortunately some of my colleagues, but also some Italian universities, give room and space to these climate skeptics or climate denials. And so it's very hard to cope with this, because normal people, the common people, the large public, don't know who is telling the truth, if the science or these other people, these climate denials. So that's why I was very happy today when I saw in an Italian newspaper that our Minister Fioramonti just introduced a new 1 hour of climate change lesson in every public school in Italy, every week. So it means 33 or 34 hours about climate change issues every year for every Italian public school. I think that's really an important thing. But coming back to our sketch. So we are very rapidly going to the red label, where we are. That means that we are finally opening our eyes on climate change issues. And the last one, of course, I will not translate, but possibly all of you know the meaning of the last word. It's an hard word, but it means that it will be too late to make anything to cope with this problem. 1 year ago, more or less. The title of this article was absolutely inspiring to me. Climate specialists and all the people who could give them the right informations on this very important topic. Before that moment, every journalist just referred about some international reports, maybe typically the IPCC reports or so, but not giving space to researchers, just to comment, to give observations, to give commentaries, and more information. So this is really important. This was really an important moment for us. I use these tweets when I normally use these tweets when I make public talks with different audiences. Really the best thing I would have done. This is another sketch, very funny. Possibly you know about that story about these women called Sorbidenos. Well, no more problem on this. But also in US there is a big debate, still a big debate on climate change. There is some people that is not really convinced. Only apocalyptic news, only dark news about what is expecting to us in the near future, about the climate change effects, about the world that is said they didn't want to have kids, didn't want to become mothers because they are too scared for the climate change. So that's, this article was really important to me because convinced me that the social impact is another important issue for a journalist who is going to tell about climate change. And so, if I wanted to make a large and huge report on this topic, I would take in great consideration issues like this. In the climate change era, that scientists called anthropocene. We possibly have done everything we can for, changing our environment. And today we can see it very clearly. But now, what are we doing for living with climate change? So this is the moment in which started the operation. So this is the message of hope we wanted to give out to the audience. I hope I gave you hope. So these are the contacts, or maybe the link to go on adaptation. And if you want my own private contacts, these are my private contacts. I'm open to your questions, observations, comments, and so on. So we are open to everyone also, of course. Very quickly, so maybe just one very quick question. And of course I will be here or on my seat. Okay. Okay.
Questions?
I apologize, I came in late, so you might have already mentioned this, but are you doing anything with organic regenerative agriculture in Calabria? Is this some of the work that you're doing to help create soil that will not only become a carbon sink, but will help plants survive?
Actually, this is quite a technical question, so I don't know if I can answer to this, but what I've seen is that they are facing with desertification mainly. This is the best fight right now. So the way they chose to do that is to make this to use this particular technique for cultivating. It is called, I don't know how to translate it in English. It's coltivazione superficiale, superficial cultivation. So they don't go really in depth, not to run the risk to to affect the humid level, the humus that is already existing under the desertificated surface.
if there are no more questions, I think my talk is over, so I just wanted to say thank you to all.